Fabian Schar has just made a confession that will bring tears to every Newcastle supporter's eyes. He wants to finish his career at St. James Park, and he's hungry for more silverware before he hangs up his boots. I'm Rodrigo, and you're on Newcastle Mania, the channel made by a supporter for supporters who are absolutely mad about Newcastle United. You blinked, and Newcastle have become headline news once again. Our Swiss warrior has just opened his heart about his future on Tyneside, and what he's revealed shows exactly the kind of commitment and passion this squad has got. This is the story every Magpie needs to hear. But first, just a quick word. If you love Newcastle and want to keep up with everything happening at our club, subscribe to the channel right now. It costs nothing, helps massively, and makes all the difference to the growth of our black and white community. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. I feel at home here. For simple words from Fabian Schar that cuts straight to the heart of what makes Newcastle United special. This isn't just a footballer looking for one last contract. This is a warrior who's found his tribe, who's found his fortress, who wants nothing more than to finish his playing days wearing the black and white stripes. And mate, if that doesn't give you goosebumps, check your pulse. Fresh off scoring a brilliant header against Tottenham in Newcastle's 2-0 Carabao Cup victory, Schar sat down for an exclusive interview with Chronicle Live and delivered the kind of commitment every supporter dreams of hearing from their players. The 33-year-old Swiss international, who retired from international football to focus entirely on Newcastle, has made it crystal clear where his heart lies. Let me take you through exactly what Schar said, because every single word matters here. When asked about his contract situation, remember, his current deal expires at the end of this season, Schar didn't beat around the bush. He was direct, he was honest, and he was absolutely committed. I've said before, I feel a home here, Schar told Chronicle Live exclusively. I know in football you never know what happens, and it goes quick. If that's something that can happen, that would be good. I would be open to it, of course. Now let's pause there for a second. I feel at home here. Think about what that means. This is a Swiss international who's played for multiple clubs across Europe, who could potentially earn more money elsewhere, who could choose an easier path with less competition for places. But instead, he's calling Newcastle his home. That's not just contract talk, that's genuine emotion. But Schar didn't stop there. He continued, "We need to see what the situation is and what happens in the next few weeks. I will just try to show what I can do with my quality, and the rest we will see." So negotiations are coming. Within the next few weeks, Schar and the club will sit down to discuss his future. And from everything he's saying, the desire is there on his part. He wants to stay. He wants to continue this journey. He wants more silverware. Speaking of silverware, this is where it gets even more emotional. Schar genuinely believes there's at least one more trophy in him at Newcastle. Think about that confidence. This isn't a player winding down his career and accepting a reduced role. This is a warrior who thinks he's still got what it takes to lift trophies at St. James Park. Now, here's where the story gets really interesting. Schar isn't blind to the situation he's in. Newcastle's center-back position is absolutely stacked with quality. You've got Malik Thiaw, who's been brilliant since arriving. You've got Sven Botman, who's back from a serious knee injury. You've got Dan Burn, who's been one of Newcastle's most used players this season. And you've got Jamal Lascelles, the club captain. That's 5 center-backs all fighting for 2 spots in the starting 11. Most players at 33 years old would look at that situation and think about moving somewhere with less competition. But not Schar. He's ready to fight for his place. When asked about the increased competition, particularly with Thiaw impressing, Schar showed the mentality that's made him such a crucial player for Newcastle over the years. He said, "I think I have always proved my worth since I have been here, so I'm just doing my part. I was a bit unlucky with the concussion against Barcelona and being out when the team was doing well." And that's a really important point. Schar missed games earlier in the season because of a concussion he suffered in the Champions League match against Barcelona. It wasn't that he'd lost his place due to poor form. It was pure bad luck with injury timing. And whilst he was out, the team kept winning, which made it harder for Eddie Howe to change a winning side. But Schar holds no grudges. Listen to what he said, "We have so much quality and competition, it is not easy for the manager, I guess. But the only thing you can do is perform. I have tried to do my best today against Spurs. We have good strength in my position and a lot of quality. At the end of the day, the gaffer needs to decide, and we'll see." That's the attitude of a true professional. He's not complaining, he's not demanding to play, he's not threatening to leave. He's simply saying, "I'll keep performing when given the chance, and the manager will make his decisions." That's exactly the kind of mentality Newcastle need in their squad. And perform he certainly did against Tottenham. Schar was magnificent, scoring the opening goal with a powerful header and putting in a defensive masterclass throughout the match. It was a reminder to everyone watching that whilst he might be 33, he's still got plenty to offer at the highest level. Looking back on the performance, Schar was buzzing with pride. It was a pretty good day for me and the team. I am very happy to be in the next round. The team showed great character, desire, and attitude. We showed that we wanted to win the game at any cost. We fully deserved it. You can hear the passion in those words, can't you? This isn't a mercenary collecting a paycheck. This is a player who's invested, who cares deeply about Newcastle's success, who feels every victory like it's his first. And when asked about Tottenham's complaints that the corner from which he scored was taken unfairly because Jed Spence wasn't ready, Schar gave the perfect response. I think we actually took a long time to take the corner, so he had enough time. I don't think it made a big difference. But I don't really care. Brilliant. No apologies, no sympathy, just a winner's mentality. The goal stood, Newcastle won, and that's all that matters. But perhaps the most telling moment of the entire interview came when Schar was asked about winning at least one more piece of silverware at Newcastle. His response? A smile and a simple, I hope so, yeah. That smile says everything, doesn't it? This is a man who's tasted glory at Newcastle. He was part of the squad that ended the 70-year trophy drought by winning the Carabao Cup. He knows what it feels like to lift silverware at this club, to see the joy on the faces of the Geordie faithful, to be part of something historic. And he wants more of it. With Newcastle having drawn Fulham at home in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, Schar clearly fancies the chances of reaching another Wembley final. And why wouldn't he? Newcastle are the defending champions, they're playing brilliantly, and they've got the quality to go all the way again. You know what makes Schar's situation so refreshing? Compare it to what we see at so many other clubs. How many times have we watched experienced players demand guaranteed starting spots as part of their contract negotiations? How many times have we seen older players throw their toys out of the pram when they face competition? Look at what happened with Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United. Couldn't accept a reduced role and forced his way out. Look at the situations with various experienced players at Chelsea over the years, constantly complaining about not playing enough. But Schar? He's the complete opposite. He's embracing the competition, he's staying humble, he's letting his performances do the talking. That's the difference between a player with the right mentality and one with an inflated ego. And Newcastle have built a squad full of players like Schar. Bruno Guimaraes talks about fighting until the end for the club. Nick Pope and Aaron Ramsdale are pushing each other to be better goalkeepers. Dan Burn keeps turning up game after game without complaint. This is a squad with the right values, the right mentality, the right spirit. Let's also talk about Schar's decision to retire from international football because it shows just how committed he is to Newcastle. Switzerland aren't a bad national team. They regularly qualify for major tournaments. They're competitive at international level. Playing for your country is supposed to be the pinnacle for any footballer. But Schar looked at his situation and made a calculated decision. He's 33 years old, turning 34 in December. If he's going to have one last big push for trophies and performances, he needs to manage his body carefully. International breaks mean travel, extra matches, less recovery time. So he retired from Switzerland duty to focus everything on Newcastle. That's not a decision you make lightly. That's not something you do for just another club on your CV. That's what you do when you've found something special, when you're genuinely committed to a cause bigger than yourself. How many players would turn their back on international football for their club? Not many. But Schar did, because Newcastle means that much to him. And now he wants to finish his career here. That's loyalty. That's commitment. That's what being a true Magpie is all about. So what happens next? Well, according to Schar, talks will happen in the next few weeks. That means by the time we hit December, we should have a clearer picture of whether he's staying beyond this season. From Newcastle's perspective, this should be a no-brainer. Schar is still performing at a high level. He brings experience and leadership to the squad. He's versatile. He can play center back or even step into midfield if needed. He's committed to the club. And he won't be demanding astronomical wages given his age. Plus, having experienced players who understand the club's culture and can mentor younger players is invaluable. Imagine having Schar around to help develop a young defender, to show them what it means to be a Newcastle player, to pass on that winning mentality. The smart move would be to offer him at least another year, possibly with an option for a second year, depending on fitness and performance levels. Keep him around, keep him motivated, keep him contributing to this exciting project that's being built on Tyneside. You know what the most beautiful thing about Fabian Schar's story is? It's proof that Newcastle United, even through all those dark years of Mike Ashley's ownership, never lost its soul. Because players like Schar can feel it, they can feel what makes this club special. It's the supporters who pack St. James Park week in, week out. It's the connection between the team and the city. It's the passion, the commitment, the unwavering belief that one day, Newcastle will be great again. And that day is coming. Actually, it's already here. Schar arrived at Newcastle in 2018 for just £3 million from Deportivo La Coruña. 7 years later, he's still here, he's won a trophy, he's played in the Champions League, and he wants to finish his career wearing black and white. If that doesn't make you proud to be a Magpie, I don't know what will. This is what the new Newcastle is about. It's not about signing mercenaries looking for one last payday. It's about building a squad of players who genuinely want to be here, who feel that connection with the supporters, who understand the weight of history and the excitement of the future. Fabian Schar doesn't just want another contract, he wants to be part of something special. He wants more trophies. He wants more magical nights under the St. James Park lights. He wants to leave a legacy that goes beyond goals and clean sheets. And if Newcastle get this contract extension sorted in the next few weeks, they'll be keeping not just a quality defender, but a warrior who bleeds black and white. A player who calls Newcastle home. A man who, even at 33 going on 34, still believes his best moments in a Newcastle shirt are ahead of him, not behind him. That's the kind of mentality that wins trophies. That's the kind of commitment that inspires teammates. That's the kind of passion that makes supporters fall in love with players. Fabian Schar has given Newcastle everything over these years, and now all he's asking is for the chance to give more. Get it done, Newcastle. Sign the man. Let him have his last dance. Let him chase that one more trophy he knows is within reach. Because players like Fabian Schar, who truly understand what it means to wear the black and white stripes, don't come around that often. And when you've got one, you hold on tight and never let go. So there you have it, Fabian Schar's heartfelt confession about wanting to end his career at Newcastle United, his hunger for more silverware, and his commitment to fighting for his place despite intense competition. This is the kind of story that reminds us why we love football, why we love Newcastle United, and why this current squad feels so special. These aren't just players doing a job, they're warriors who've bought into something bigger than themselves. What do you reckon? Should Newcastle get Schar's contract extension sorted immediately? How important is he to the squad, even with all the center-back competition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love hearing from you lot. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Schar's situation, smash that like button. It genuinely helps the channel grow and reach more Magpies around the world. And if you're not already subscribed to Newcastle Mania, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our coverage of everything Newcastle United. Share this with your fellow Newcastle supporters so everyone understands just how committed Fabian Schar is to this football club. This is a story that deserves to be celebrated. I'm Rodrigo, this has been Newcastle Mania, and I'll see you in the next one with more news, analysis, and everything Newcastle United. Away the lads. See you next time.